There's a green program in New York that replaces gas appliances with electric ones. Is it about going green or is it about saving some money? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about this interesting program in New York City that is replacing gas appliances like hot water heater, stove with electric ones. Now, they say this is to help the environment. We're going to go green. We're going to go electric. You don't need this gas powered stuff. But really, once you kind of look at it, it's all about just saving some money at the end of the day. And it could be about making money depending on the circumstances. I tell you what, my electric bill goes up in the summer when I'm not using my gas furnace. And the gas bill is not really that high. Now, before I go any further into it, let's get to the actual news clip here. We got to see this. Of course, I will link to the full video without my commentary in the link in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
All of this is where work crews are replacing a natural gas line, but all of this is actually more expensive than what some people in this program receive. It may look like she's boiling an egg like she does every morning.
I love it.
But what you see Bernice Jones doing is also a radical change to her home, her community, and the environment.
I was like a little skeptical about the whole thing, and especially when they said, it would be free.
Yes, free.
So now let's talk about what the word free means. Does this mean that the appliances they gave her are free? Or does it mean that she's going to get free electricity? I think it means they gave her the appliances for free, and now they're going to charge her an electric bill. It's almost like when you get in a flat screen TV that has ads and stuff already built into it. Well, they're giving you the TV for a much lower cost than what they probably could sell it for. It could even be a loss leader, but they make up for it when you are interacting with these things on your television that generate them revenue over a certain period of time. Okay, the TV's in your house, up on the wall, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 years. They'll make more than what they would have made if they tried to sell you the TV at a higher price that you didn't want to pay. But I digress.
He's talking about a program called Electric Advantage, in which Con Ed replaced nearly all of her appliances with state-of-the-art electric ones. That stove, for instance, uses induction technology to...
State-of-the-art? Sir, that is just a regular stove. It is what it is, man. It's a regular stove. It's not really that deep.
Heat things.
It's much better than my gas stove. It's no heat, so it's no longer hot in the kitchen.
That's just the beginning. This electric water heater replaced her old boiler, and in 4 rooms, she got heat pumps. The program also did this, completely insulated her 2-family home. This is the border separating Mount Vernon from the Bronx. And because she lives at the end of an old natural gas line in the Bronx, it made her eligible.
It's actually beneficial for the utility to encourage these types of things over time because it is expensive to replace big pipelines.
Columbia Climate School energy expert Melissa Lott explains why utilities do this. In Ms. Jones's case, all new electric appliances were cheaper than replacing the old gas line that ran to the Bronx border.
But it's all
exactly. So look, rather than doing all this extra stuff, like updating our infrastructure in New York City, which is crumbling, rather than doing that and incurring the costs, let's just give her electric stuff. That'll fix the problem. Okay, it's a cheaper fix for us, and then maybe we can hit her with these big electricity bills. Now, I'm not sure how your electricity will be different from your gas out that way, because depending upon where you live in the country, it can be wildly different. But ultimately, she's still going to pay some money to the company.
all over the country. These types of trends are coming up, but Con Ed is still leading on a lot of it.
Only a few hundred customers are eligible for its program, but it's providing incentives for you to get many of the things Ms. Jones got.
That are available to all customers. So this is a great example that, homes like this, older homes, this is really good for them.
Con Ed says the home insulation she got is the most helpful for energy efficiency, but everything she received, there are those financial incentives for. You can learn more at coned.com/clean heat. Report.
So clean heat. See what I'm saying? They're trying to make it be about this whole green energy thing, right? But really, what did we hear right here in this video? What did we actually learn? We learned that, okay, it's an old home, there's an old gas line, and rather than going through all the rigmarole of trying to replace that and incurring these expenses and still dealing with the older appliances, which could be kind of a weak link in the chain of things, let's just go ahead and give her all electric stuff and then not even worry about the gas line. Just go ahead and shut that off. Shut that down. You probably remove it rather than updating it, and that'd be safer and cheaper than replacing it. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to all these green energy things happening all across the country, which in my humble opinion is no more than a grift. It's no more than a way to make some money. And look, I'm not going to hate on anybody's hustle. If you want to be out here doing green energy things, that's fine. But at a certain point, we know what's going on. All right. We see through all this stuff. You're not going to be able to fool us. You come out with a green energy deal, I'll be like, really, sir? Is that what we're doing, green energy? Or are you just trying to get money? Looking at a person like Al Gore, Greta Thunberg, all the rest of them, you guys, especially Al Gore, I don't know about Greta Thunberg. She might be living in a hovel or a hole somewhere in Sweden. I have no idea. But Al Gore, Mr. I invented the internet, Mr. It was global cooling, then it became the ozone layer, acid rain, then global warming, now climate change. People like this living in sprawling estates with massive carbon footprints. Then you go in private jets all over the world. Do you know how much fuel one jet burns in the air? There's even the pond skipper of an airplane, not even the full jumbo jet. Like, these things are very, very carbon intensive, but they tell you, hey man, lower your carbon footprint, go all electric. And going electric is not really going to help the problem. Speaking about electric cars, and shout out to all the Tesla bros out there. Don't nobody attack me. I got my shield on, so you can't hit me with your Tesla spear. But anyway, if you like your Tesla, you like electric cars, that's fine. But look at the way that these things are powered. There is now a greater demand for coal to power the grid because of all the electric vehicles going on the grid. I don't know where people think that electricity comes from. They don't really understand. I think it's like pixie dust. It just happens. You turn on a light in your house and electricity just happens. It comes from somewhere. It's not just, and a lot of your electricity is generated through processes like burning coal. So yeah, okay, enjoy your Tesla, enjoy your Rivian, enjoy all of that. Enjoy all your electric this, electric that, that's fine. But you're not actually getting green because you still got to have the same old processes to fuel these things. You know what? I'll wrap it up and put the bow on top with this little nugget of information. There are superchargers in this country. You go to power up your Tesla and whatnot. There are many of these superchargers that are powered by diesel, diesel fuel. Okay, they hook them up to a diesel fuel generator so they can provide you with the electricity. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what's going on. So are you really going green with a 30% heavier vehicle that's going to wear on these rubber tires, which also come from carbon? You know what's going on. I know what's going on. I hope that more people figure out what's happening with these so-called green initiatives. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on the situation out there in New York? Is it a good thing for the woman to have her home upgraded with brand new state-of-the-art electric appliances? Or is it good for the company? We don't have to replace this old gas line, and we can put these appliances in the home. Putting the appliances in the home is cheaper than replacing the gas line. That's a business decision. It's not really about going green. It's simple as that. Although it's a way to say, hey, look at us. we did a green thing, but really what we did was just save some money, which is typical business practice, and it doesn't really deserve a pat on the back or anything of that sort. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.